Hello friends, it's Komenda here. Welcome in my next video. Today I'm going to create a layout documenting our garden makeover, and I will be using this lovely stamp set. It's called Lovely Blossoms. Um, and I'm starting first with stamping several of those flowers using different ink shades, and I am using my Distress Oxide inks because they are good for stamping too, not only for playing with some mixed media effects. As you can see, I have different colors. You don't have to have exactly those colors. You can use different inks because they don't need to be water reactive. They can be just usual inks used for stamping. I used two greens, two yellows, two pinks, so all the colors you can see above. Plus, I think few more, but it really doesn't matter the color. You can pick from whatever you have. Those stamps are really great because, like the stem is stamped separately, and then you stamp like this main part of the flower, and some of the flowers and leaves has like two layers, so you will need two colors, two shades of the same color. And after I stamped them all, I use scissors to fussy cut all the elements. Although this those stamps comes with a handy matching coordinating die set. It's also called Lovely Blossoms. And you can purchase it too if you are lazy when it comes to fussy cutting. I always prefer to buy more stamp set and fussy cut fussy cut them than spend my money on one set of dies and stamps, but it's all up to you. As you can see, I'm adding the second layer of colors here, and I didn't show you stamping all of the flowers I used. I used this whole A4 sized sheet of paper for stamping my flowers, and I fussy cut them all off the screen because it took me a while. Those are like a small element, so it takes some time to fussy cut all of those, but I just press Netflix, YouTube, whatever I feels it feels for that day, and I'm just enjoying watching YouTube videos or TV series and just fussy cut. I have 6 pictures and I will be using all of them. And first I need to prepare the background that I had in mind. I'm using this rubber cling stamp from Pinkfresh Studio. The pattern is called Lush Vines, and I really love those small leaves. I am using embossing ink, and I'm stamping with this ink over the background, but as you can see, I am not doing it really precisely. I didn't want to have like this square of lash vines on the background, and I'm using clear embossing ink with this stamp set, and I need to melt down the color because I want to have this like a color resist layer over my background. I am using 12 by 12 watercolor paper, and I need this kind of paper because I will be adding water to my background, so we'll need to handle a lot of water. I also do not stamp from the edge to edge. I leave a piece of the paper around empty. It's not like I can predict everything because with stamping like this only with your hand, you want this messy effect. You are not also able to see the leaves here because it's an transparent embossing powder, but they are there. They are very soft and delicate. They will only help me create a kind of texture on the page. You could also use white embossing powder because we are using white paper, so the effect would be very similar. And now I'm adding color to this background. It will be green because it's a layout about green, about garden. And this color is called mauve, 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 loan. I'm not sure if I pronounce it properly. and I stamped the stamping pad over the foil and added it to the paper, and now I'm adding water. You can see that the color stops in leaves now, and I also used my glass mat. Now you can see more of the pattern coming out when the color is added. I really wanted to have this very soft effect, and this is how it looks when it's dry. And now I am ready to glue down the photos. They document the stages of renewing our garden. We had like a front yard garden. It's a very small one with grass, but because it's a very sunny spot, the grass died, and we had a lot of like, tinsels. I don't know. I don't know the English names of those plants. So we decided we need to make kind of makeover with the plants that they can handle a lot of sun and a little and not a lot of moisture. So rip off the grass and we put it kind of black, not foil, it's like, special thing for the garden. And then we planted some plants that are good for sunny spots in bigger, I don't know the English name, pots, I would say. And then we added stones, and between the stones, I added like succulent plants here and there, and everything is growing really well. I'm very proud of myself because I'm not a gardener. Honestly, I kill most of my home flowers like in a year at most. So it's still growing and it's still looking pretty. And I'm so proud of myself how we planned it and how we made it. And of course, COVID 19 help us a little bit because we were not distracted from going out from home, so we could spend our weekend on gardening. And I am using Let's Stay Home collection, the brand new collection from Pinkfresh Studio, which is dedicated for scrapbooking all those stay-at-home moment, which gardening is also included. So I had few inscriptions about planting a garden. I think they were mostly written for starting like a vegetable garden, which we don't have. I'm not suicidal. Well, my plans would be. Also, I'm not a murderer. So we only renewed the front yard. And after I added some pieces of paper behind each photo, they are taken from a 6x6 paper pad and a pocket under one of the pictures, where is the blank card where I will add journaling later. I am arranging the flowers here and there, adding a little bit of color to the background because I already used most of the flowers that were included into this collection. I also added this row of houses because it's like in front of the in front of the house garden, and we live in those detached houses. I don't know, four in a row. So we live in the first one. So I thought it will be also good to add it to this page. And I'm almost done with placing the flowers. After I will be happy with how they look, I will glue them down with glue, adding a little bit of 3D foam here and there to add a little bit of dimension too. And now everything is glued down. It took me a while too because it takes time to add foam under each of the flowers. And now I'm creating a title using alphabets from older Pinkfresh Studio collections because I don't know, I needed a colorful ones, and this line, I don't know, I think it has like a navy alphabet, and I didn't want to add navy. I wanted to add like a light blue. A light blue alphabet was included into the Stay Cool collection, but I don't know where it went. I couldn't find it, so I decided to use the older ones. And of course, now I know where it is. I put it in between papers, so I couldn't find it, and now I have it, but I already finished the title, so no worries. So I'm using alphabets from older Pinkfresh Studio collections. One is simple and sweet, this blue one, and the more fancy font, I don't know. I don't remember the name, but you will be able to replace it with any other alpha stickers you have on hand. So I'm creating a title. It will be Garden Makeover, and I'm adding a little bit of glue under each of the letters because of my mixed media background. I know they will not stick well and they will fall out. And after I added glue under each letter, I also decided I will use a sewing machine to sew through all the letters to make sure they will not fall out in time. And now I add the last layer is the yellow splatters using one of my favorite Heidi Swap color shine mists. The color is called Butter. They of course do not make them anymore, so I only have what's left in this tube. And that's it, my page is ready. And I also added journaling in the pocket. I don't like journaling on display. And this is the close-ups. I hope you liked my page, and I hope you will use more often your stamps because using them is really, really fun. Thank you for stopping by, and see you soon. Bye.